My kitchen is a mess. My bun is mad crooked, but you know what? This is how we are today. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is the day before Thanksgiving and it's going to be our first year ever hosting Thanksgiving. I am excited. I am also nervous because some of the recipes that I plan on making are completely new to me. We are going to be attempting to cook a turkey, and I also want to do a ham recipe, which has turned out really well in the past at family parties. So I'm hoping that this recipe I'm gonna test out is really good. And yes, I know I probably shouldn't be testing out recipes the day of an actual event, but you know what? We're just gonna wing it, and that's just what it's gonna be. Today, I am going to make ahead 2 desserts for tomorrow, one of which is mini pecan tarts. They are super yummy, and I found a really good recipe online, so I'm gonna make that today. And then I am also going to make these chocolate chip cookies I have been making for a couple years now. If anybody wants the recipe, it is from Preppy Kitchen. His recipes are super yummy, and I highly recommend. So I'm gonna make 2 of those desserts today, and then this way tomorrow I could just focus on making the sides, making the protein dishes. Before I hop into the kitchen with you guys, I'm gonna take you guys with me to run a couple errands. I'm gonna head to HomeSense. We're gonna pick up a serving platter or serving dish because I feel like I don't have enough at the house. Secondly, we are gonna run to Target. I did an online order pickup. I found a tablecloth online. There was only one left. I'm hoping that the order is gonna be fulfilled. Then we're gonna head to Home Depot. I just want to be prepared. It's our first time making a turkey, making a ham, and I want to make sure that if anything happens in the kitchen, fire-wise, we are good and ready to go. We already have a fire extinguisher, but I wanted 2. There was one specifically for the kitchen, so I ordered that, and then I also got a fire blanket. So, you know, doesn't hurt to be safe and also prepared. Then after that, we are gonna head to CVS. I saw this on TikTok where people will cut out like a picture of like their friends or family members and put them like on a turkey cutout body situation and make a little garland. So I ordered photos last night so that I could pick it up today. Show you guys what I picked up while I was out running some errands. I had to pick up some ice. This is obviously going to be used for some drinks. I had also went to Trader Joe's and picked up these really cute bouquets. I have 2 of them. They were like $3.99 each, so super affordable. And then I'm gonna use this greenery and baby's breath to kind of zhuzh it up a little bit more. For safety purposes, I ran to Home Depot and picked up a fire blanket as well as a fire extinguisher. This is just, you know, good to have around the house. I have been meaning to pick another one up. And so, you know, if we're gonna be cooking tomorrow, God forbid something happens, we will be okay. One of the first stores I went to was HomeSense, and I ended up picking up another muffin tray. I did buy this one the other day, and I was hoping I could find the same color, but unfortunately somebody else bought it. So I picked up, you know, a silver one. Nothing wrong with that. From Target, I just needed more toothbrush covers, and I needed my makeup wipes. I also found this tablecloth online, and it seemed large enough to fit our dining room table. So I feel like, you know what, we're gonna try this out. I feel like this color matches great all year round. So I figured it can't go wrong with just having a staple tablecloth. From Home Goods, I found a baster. We needed one. And thank God I saw this last minute, because otherwise I think we might have been doomed for our turkey. I also picked up some sponges. I wanted a fun little tray to put the pecan tarts on, and I stumbled upon this. Only $7.99, not bad, and great for all year round as well. I feel like this would be cute for Christmas especially. And then lastly, I ended up getting this dish. It's oven safe, microwave safe, dishwasher safe. So that's great. But I figured I could put like one of our side dishes, vegetables into this. And it was only 10 bucks, not bad. Another thing that I picked up were photos from CVS. And I wanted to use this in the garland. So I found some funny pictures to put on these turkeys. Look at that. This is so cute. I love this. This is gonna be fun for like, there goes my mom. This is gonna be fun for the garland. And look at my sister's cat. Why would she take a photo of him like this? But it makes for like the perfect silhouette to put on this turkey. Some other photos I ended up picking up were for our photo map. And so here goes Texas. I'm gonna cut all of these out and put them onto the map. Florida, I think. There's some picture frames I bought a couple months ago that I've been meaning to print out pictures for. This is from our engagement, and you know, it's nice to actually have a physical copy instead of digital. And then the other one is from my best friend's wedding. This was just, you know, us, but I thought that these two would be really nice to hang up somewhere around the house. Who doesn't love a good chocolate chip cookie? I am getting ready to prepare one of the best recipes I've ever found on the internet, and I got this from Preppy Kitchen. So to begin, I am going to take some flour. I do have a scale down here. I don't know if you guys could see that. I love to weigh out my ingredients whenever I'm baking. I just feel like I just get the best measurements that way, and it always comes out really good. So for this, I'm going to do 300 grams of flour, and this is all-purpose flour, baking soda, and then I'm also going to do some salt. I'm going to mix up all of these dry ingredients and then set this aside, and then we can begin on the fun part of the cookies. If you see the butter here, there's a reason why. My oven's on. I'm currently making chicken thighs right now. But I figured instead of just throwing them into the microwave to soften, I can just prep my ingredients and they're softening just from the heat of the oven on here. In this mixing bowl, I already have brown sugar and my granulated white sugar all measured out. I'm gonna clip this in right now. I'm going to add in 1 cup of butter, and this is unsalted butter. Yeah, from it just sitting on the oven, it softens pretty quickly. So there goes a tip for anybody who wants it. I am going to beat these ingredients together on medium to low speed. You just want them to cream really well together. It's been a couple of minutes and it's starting to come together really well. What I like to do at this point is to scrape down the sides and the paddle, because I could see that it's incorporating really well together. And I just want to make sure that everything from the bottom of the mixing bowl is going to get incorporated as well. So yeah, nothing crazy. I just like to scrape off where I can, and then we are gonna get this going again. Now that this part is complete, I just scrape down the sides of the bowl once more, and then I'm going to add in the rest of the ingredients. So I'm adding in 1 large egg. I personally love vanilla, and I always just eyeball this, and sometimes I do a little bit more. I'm gonna beat these ingredients together until they're well combined. Now it's time to add in the flour mixture, and I'm just gonna add this in very slowly. The last thing I wanna do is have this puff up in my face. That's happened before, and I lose a lot of my ingredients that way. I love this container that I got from a thrift store. I think I got like 3 of them, but it's great for storing chocolate chips in them. I'm gonna do 270 grams worth of chocolate chips. I am going to scrape down the sides of this mixing bowl once more. It's time to add in the chocolate chips. And I'm not gonna add all the chocolate chips at one time. I do wanna get a good chunk in there. And we're gonna just slowly mix this in, continuously add more chocolate chips as we go. At this point, the dough looks really good. I'm gonna chill the cookie dough in the fridge. I don't know what the science is behind it, but chilling your cookie dough really does wonders. And then while that is chilling, I'm gonna start on the pecan tarts. all of the cookie dough into little balls. I'm gonna put this in the fridge and let it chill for quite some time, maybe an hour minimum. In the past, I always just put the cookie sheets in my fridge. And this right here, I feel like is a better alternative instead of just putting the cookie sheets inside. Now it's time to start the mini pecan tarts. And honestly, I'm super excited for these. I just know that they're gonna taste so good. I'm gonna start off by measuring out 2 cups of flour, which should be 240 grams, 1 cup of unsalted butter, and I just measured out the cream cheese. We're gonna add that in as well. Beat this with an electric mixer until smooth and creamy. I think this is done, so I'm gonna add in the flour mixture at this point. Pretty much it's just 3 ingredients for the dough. It's cream cheese, butter, and flour. I was reading some reviews for this recipe and a lot of people were saying to chill the dough, so that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing here. This recipe calls for 48 dough balls. I'm gonna do the similar method that I did for the cookie dough. I'm just gonna put this all on a plate and then we are going to chill this in the fridge. These as even as possible, but I have 48 dough balls here. I'm going to pop these into the fridge to chill and then we're gonna start on the filling. I am going to crack in 4 large eggs into a bowl. Okay, that is 4 eggs. I don't know if it was recording, but I did put in 2.5 cups of brown sugar. Now I'm doing a teaspoon of vanilla extract, a pinch of salt. There you go, good enough for me. I'm gonna mix this all together and that will be it for the filling. Now that the filling is done, I'm gonna take out the dough balls from the fridge just so they could come back to room temperature and then we could prepare the muffin tins. But in the meantime, I had already taken out the cookie dough that we did, and I'm gonna pop these into the oven for maybe 12 minutes. At least we'll get started on cooking this dessert. Okay. This is what the dough balls look like, and I brought out 2 muffin trays. I am a little nervous that the dough balls are too small for the trays, so we're gonna have to figure that out. I forgot to put in the melted butter into the filling mixture, so I'm gonna add that in now. I just popped these into the oven. I definitely made way more filling than I should have. And that was something that people in the reviews were saying that I should be making half of. I wanted to show you the cookies that are done cooling. They are a little bit on the crispier end, but I feel like a lot of people like it like that. Oh, I gotta figure a container for these to go into, and probably gonna use this one. I just bought this the other day. It's by the Tupperware brand. It was on clearance at TJ Maxx, so we're gonna use this to store probably the cookies and the pecan tarts. I have a container full of chocolate chip cookies. I will link the recipe down below. It's my first time ever making pecan tarts and they taste really good. I do have extra filling, so I'm debating if I should make more, but we'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling tonight. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me in my kitchen and also while I run some errands. This was fun to do a dessert video on this channel. So I'm gonna get the rest of this house prepped for Thanksgiving tomorrow, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.